The new Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage Season 2 promo has officially dropped, and fans are buzzing, not just because of Georgie and Mandy's continuing journey, but because of one major surprise: the return of a grown-up Missy Cooper. That's right, Sheldon's twin sister, who stole hearts in young Sheldon with her mix of sass, heart, and humor, is back, and her return opens up a whole new layer to this expanding Big Bang Theory universe. Now, if you've been following young Sheldon and its spin-off, you know that Missy's story has always been one of quiet strength. While Sheldon was the genius and Georgie was the rebel, Missy was the emotional glue of the Cooper family. Her role might not have always been in the spotlight, but she grounded the show with her authenticity and relatability. Seeing a grown-up version of her again in Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage feels like catching up with an old friend after years apart. And from what we've seen in this promo, she's got a lot to say. In the clip, Missy's return isn't just a cameo, it's a meaningful moment that reflects where the Cooper family is now. The tone feels both nostalgic and fresh. She's older, wiser, but still unmistakably Missy. Her entrance immediately changes the energy of the scene, as she brings that trademark mix of sarcasm and sincerity that fans loved in young Sheldon. What's most striking, though, is how her dynamic with Georgie has evolved. In young Sheldon, Missy and Georgie often clashed in that typical sibling way: playful insults, eye rolls, and competition for their parents' attention. But beneath all that, there was real love and understanding between them. Now, in this spin-off, that sibling bond is being revisited from an adult perspective. Georgie's a husband and a father now, trying to hold everything together with Mandy, while Missy seems to have her own baggage and experiences that shape how she sees her brother's new life. Their conversations hint at both warmth and tension, and that's exactly what makes it feel real. One of the biggest takeaways from Missy's return is how it bridges the emotional gap between young Sheldon and the current show. Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage has been doing a great job standing on its own, but it's also deeply connected to its predecessor. Bringing Missy back isn't just fan service, it's character continuity. It reminds viewers that the Cooper's stories didn't end with young Sheldon. They're still growing, still facing new challenges, and still trying to figure out life as adults. The promo also gives us a glimpse of how Missy fits into Georgie and Mandy's world. Mandy has always been an independent woman with her own strong personality, and watching her interact with Missy is going to be fascinating. They're both strong-willed, funny, and protective of the people they care about, but they're also different enough to create some sparks. The teaser suggests that Missy might play a role in helping Mandy and Georgie navigate their young marriage, even if her advice comes with a little tough love. It's also worth noting how much Missy's return deepens the emotional core of the series. Since young Sheldon ended, fans have been wondering what became of Missy, especially since The Big Bang Theory only gave us limited glimpses of her adult life. There was always a sense that she'd gone through her own ups and downs, and now, Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage might finally give her a chance to tell her story. From the tone of the promo, it feels like Missy has grown but not lost that spark that made her so compelling in the first place. Executive producer Steve Holland has hinted in past interviews that this spin-off would continue exploring family dynamics, not just between Georgie and Mandy, but also the extended Cooper family. The return of Missy fits perfectly into that vision. She's a character who represents both the past and the present, a reminder of where they all came from, and a mirror to how far they've come. Now, one thing that fans are already speculating about is what Missy's storyline will be. Is she visiting temporarily, or will she have a recurring role throughout the season? The promo doesn't give everything away, but the tone suggests she might stick around for a bit. That's a good thing because her presence opens the door for so many emotional moments, not just with Georgie, but also with Mandy and maybe even with their daughter, Cece. Imagine Missy giving her niece that same blend of love and sarcasm she once used on Sheldon. It would be the perfect generational continuation. What's also fascinating about this development is how it could redefine Georgie's arc in Season 2. So far, Georgie's story has centered on balancing his responsibilities, being a husband, a father, and a provider, while still figuring out who he is. Missy's return could challenge him to reflect on his own past. She knows the real Georgie, the one who made mistakes, the one who was once the family's problem child. Her presence might push him to confront whether he's really grown or if he's still repeating some old patterns in new ways. And let's not forget how this fits into the broader Big Bang Theory universe. Missy's return makes that world feel even more connected. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage already has subtle nods to the Big Bang Theory, but bringing back a key member of the Cooper family deepens that sense of continuity. Fans who followed these characters from young Sheldon all the way to the main show now get to see the threads tying them together in a more personal, emotional way. There's also